This is the actual chat screen itself. You see that we've added some blur on the header. Once the screen gets full of messages and you scroll through them, the messages will be underneath the header and they get blurred out. So it just gives a very nice effect. Another thing that you notice here too is for the messages themselves. The padding has been reduced when you have consecutive messages. We have also reduced the spacing in between them. That way we can surface more messages at the same time on a screen. Another thing here is that we have flipped the lock icon, the timestamp, and the show mix on the left side. Before it was the other way around. So now it just mimics the messages on the right side but flipped. Previously, when you were replying to a message, we were struggling to understand the hierarchy of the messages themselves. It was hard to see where you were typing. And so by separating the message that you're replying to and the input field, it makes it more understandable. We are also highlighting the message that you're replying to with the light blue color. And we have a tiny icon here representing the action that you're doing, and you can exit out of it if you want to. So after you have replied to the message, we use the same light blue color within the message that you sent, and you can see here that we've also minimized the boundaries and the padding around the message for the same idea, just to condense the spacing in between all the messages to surface more content on the page. Now, if somebody replies to one of your messages, same idea. We're using a light gray color here on the background. One thing that we have also noticed before is that if you're chatting with somebody, let's say somebody sends you a voice note while the voice note is being downloaded, it doesn't look any different than when you're actually playing it. So, we added different states to the voice notes. The first state is when it's downloading, so everything is grayed out. You only see the percentage of the downloaded content. In this scenario, we're showing 58%. So once that is downloaded, you will be able to play the voice note. And now once you play it, we'll include a little animation that will just change colors of the sound wave. Now, when it comes to group chats themselves, the most prominent change here that you can see is that we've added colors to differentiate people. So this way you will be able to tell by glancing at them in an easier way who has been sending what message and if you need to find them later. So again, same concept here. Consecutive chats are closer together now. And if we detect a consecutive chat by somebody, then we will only show the username on the first message. When you reply to a specific message, same idea as I showed you before. We highlighted the username and the specific color. This is just showing when somebody has replied to your message. And another important thing is that within these tiny messages that we have here, the ones that you're replying to or the ones that have replied to you, the font sizes are slightly smaller. We don't believe that people would really read these very much. It's just to show the message that you're replying to.